So now that you know what you're creating, you need to know how you're going to get that done. Well, first, you're going to write the poem. You're going to be working on drafting, reviewing, editing, and finalizing that with Mr. Armstrong. Secondly, you're going to need to create a folder in your documents for this project. You can call it Poem Project or My Poem Project, or if your poem is a garden, just call it Garden Poem. But you must have a distinct folder in your documents for all the things required for this project. You will be collecting or creating images for this project. So for every line or lines of the poem that you want an image for, you will need to cite that, create that image by either getting it on the internet, out of a book, or drawing your own, or even taking your own picture. If you get an image off the internet or from a book, you will need to cite your source. So, in that case, you'll need to create a bibliography for any images you get from media. And in addition to collecting images, you need to record your poem. So you will record the narration of your poem. There's a device in the library you can use, or if you have that capability on your own, you can do that as well, as long as you bring the narration in and get it to your documents folder. And then finally in the lab, after you've collected all of these items, we will create a Windows Movie Maker file, and you'll have a nice little clean movie, similar but very different from the one that you saw in the example. So for example, you'll need to go to your documents folder on the server on your computer, and you'll need to create a new folder. And you might call it My Poem folder. Okay. Now I have an example. I have one already created to show you what the contents might be when you get done building this folder. So you create the folder, and in this folder you're going to need all your images. Notice how I've named my images. I've renamed them. They're not just called image 123752 or some vague name. These images are named all the same. So they might be called Poem 1, Poem 2, Poem 3. This is a naming convention I use so that I knew this is going to be my first image, this is going to be my second image, this is going to be my third image. You need to know what order they're going to go in when you build the project. So that's a good idea. And you can rename a file by just simply right-clicking on it, choosing Rename, and calling it what you want. After you have your images in here, or while you have your images, you're also going to need a place for your bibliography. So open Word and save a Word document as your poem bibliography. And if you collect images off the web or from books, you'll need to cite your sources. And here's an example. I've got 5 images from the web, so I have 5 sources. And you can use EasyBib to create your works cited entry, but simply speaking, if you look here, this is the name of the website. This is the name of the web article. This just basically tells us I got it off the web. This is the date I got it. And this is the website address. I always annotate my bibliography entries. So looking at this, I know that this citation is for image 1, image 2, image 3. So the first image that appears in my poem is this image. And then I just put them in order. And then at the end, I'm going to take this, I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to paste it into a slide in my movie file, and it will be rolling credits at the end. Lastly, you'll need definitely need your written poem to work from in your poem folder, and your audio file will go there. And your audio file can be a WAV file, a .wav file, or it could be an AVI file. But it needs to be one of those formats so that we can import it into Windows Movie Maker. There'll be other tutorials about recording your poem. Thank you.